Today's episode is brought to you by Remotix, a low-latency remote desktop app that lets you connect to any of your desktops on any platform from anywhere. Make it comfortable to work from home with Remotix. What's going on? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. We're all being affected by the coronavirus, and in the US, they've started to shut down businesses, restaurants, shops, also so many more things. But even through all that, the Apple news just doesn't stop. Now, Apple's Beats brand has officially launched the new Powerbeats. They have been rumored to be the Powerbeats 4, but they're just calling them the Powerbeats now and will retail for $149. Now, like past Powerbeats, they're still wireless, but they're still connected by a cable that rests around the back of your neck. The new design is straight from the Powerbeats Pro, and they have a new 15-hour battery life. Now, that's an improvement from the 12-hour battery life on the Powerbeats 3, and that's 6 more hours compared to the Powerbeats Pro's 9-hour battery life. Now, they're rated IPX4 for sweat and water resistance, and they'll have all the benefits with Apple's H1 chip inside for faster pairing and hands-free series control. Sound-wise, you can really expect them to sound the same as the Powerbeats Pro, which sound great and are really one of my favorite sounding wireless earbuds. But the cable around the back is now this new rounded one, where the previous ribbon style, it was thinner, but it also got tangled a lot more often for me, so I like that improvement. And the Powerbeats, they also have different physical button controls on each side. They'll come in black, white, and red, and they'll charge over Lightning with a USB-A to Lightning cable in the box. They'll be on sale Wednesday, March 18th, so they'll give you a lot of what the Powerbeats Pro have for $100 less, and the Powerbeats line has just really been my go-to for wireless workout earbuds since all the way back to the 2s, and these look to be just as impressive, but I'm just gonna have to wait and get them on my hands. All right, there's still always iPhone reports and rumors because 9to5Mac, they can't stop, won't stop digging into the iOS 14 code, and they have found that Apple isn't just looking to bring an iPhone 9 this year with its rumored 4.7-inch LCD screen, but Apple's also working on a larger 5.5-inch version that might be named the iPhone 9 Plus. Now that means Apple's planning to completely replace the current iPhone 8 and 8 Plus lineup. They also believe that the new iPhones will run Apple's A13 Bionic chip found in the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, just making it a whole lot more attractive for people with like an iPhone 6 or 7 to upgrade without breaking the bank with these higher-end models, like my mama. Now, the iPhone 9 and 9 Plus will have the solid-state home button that was introduced back with the iPhone 7, so they'll have no moving parts and will use the Taptic engine to simulate clicks. They will also use Touch ID instead of Face ID, so, there's a notching to see here. The 9 and 9 Plus are meant to be the entry-level models, and that's a whole lot of value if they retail for $399 like the reports have been suggesting. Now, the name iPhone 9 isn't official. It could still be the iPhone SE2, but there's been no confirmation yet. But again, we're expecting these phones to arrive sometime this spring, which is, just around the corner. All right, let's take a moment here to thank Remotix for sponsoring this episode. It's the low latency remote desktop app that lets you connect to any of your desktops on any platform from anywhere. So I can be on my MacBook Pro, I can be on my iPad or even my iPhone and see all of my computers across any network. Now, it automatically establishes a secure connection with military-grade AES encryption. Remotix supports standard VNC and RDP protocols and also its own low-latency protocol called NEAR. For me, it was simple to set up. I just installed the Remotix app on my main device that will then connect to machines like my parents'. Then I installed the Remotix agent on their machine, and it just allows me to troubleshoot their computer remotely. And I haven't experienced any major lag or anything like that. But I also don't want to have, those back and forth phone conversations with my mom and dad that can drive me crazy because you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, every Remotix purchase comes with their developed in-house cloud service and built-in file manager, so you can use it for your personal machines or you can use it for business, and it just doesn't work on Macs. It works on Windows, iOS, Android, or Linux machines, and the connection is really seamless to control. So check out Remotix through the link in the description for a 10% discount and use the code Brian when you sign up. Okay, guys and gals, back to the show, and another Apple gadget we're expecting this spring are new iPad Pros. Apple filed an unreleased iPad model A2229 in the Eurasian Economic Commission database, and that's always kind of been an indication of new products coming very soon, really anywhere from days to months. But The tablet is listed as running iOS 13, but it isn't specific which one it is, so could this maybe be the new iPad mini? And I only say that because 9to5Mac early confirmed the 4th gen iPad Pro will be released in 4 variants that are likely the Wi-Fi and then the cellular versions for both the 11-inch and 12.9-inch iPad Pro models, but they all start with the letter J. Now, reports are even swirling that we could see a MacBook Air as possibly as early as this week, and that might even drop by the time you see this video. We'll have to wait and see. But also, we keep on bringing this one up. A new entry-level version of AirPods Pro are still coming according to Digitimes. Now, they'll use the same design as the Pros, the same audio quality, but they won't include the noise cancellation, and then they will be priced cheaper. They're still expected to enter production in the second quarter of this year, but the timing of its release is kind of up in the air due to coronavirus shutdowns affecting many of the stores around really the entire world. Now, we know that Apple isn't immune to the coronavirus either. An employee at the Culver City office in Southern California tested positive for coronavirus, and up to this point, the office remains open, but company-wide, Apple has asked employees who can work from home to stay the home. People around the world have also been told not to engage in this coronavirus challenge. I'm really concerned by this, and I just hope that the toilet seat gets tested immediately after that in case it got infected by her. All right, Apple stores in the San Francisco Bay Area, they will also remain closed for at least 3 weeks after area-wide shelter-in-place mandates have been instated out there. They're taking the virus seriously, and it will force people to stay inside, so it only allows them to leave home for necessary trips like doctor's visits or grocery store runs. So for those of you worried about how to handle Apple repairs during this time, you can go to support.apple.com to set those up. But if you were hoping to return something before the stores closed, like that HomePod that you paid full price for, well, Apple says that once they reopen, you'll be able to return that product for 2 weeks after they reopen, even if it's been past your date. So you know what? That's a good Apple. And maybe let's try to end this show on an upbeat note, okay? Now, Fortune, they recently published a list of the 100 greatest designs of modern times. And it featured products that have made our lives simpler, better, and more stylish. So of those 100, 8 Apple products and services made their top 100 lists. So what do you think, right? At number 1, can I hear you? Yes, the Apple iPhone, selected for how it's transformed human communication, and has also still been able to get away with having a god-awful looking notch for the past few years. The 1984 Macintosh made the second spot on the list for defining the personal computer revolution. The iPod came in 10th, personal favorite of mine, love that thing. Then the 2006 MacBook Pro took the 14th spot, and most of us can't instantly picture it if we were asked about what it looked like on the spot, myself included. Now, the App Store was 22nd, iOS was 29th, the Apple Watch was 46th, and Apple Pay was 64th on the list. Seriously? Like Apple Pay? Because people in Japan were paying with their phones as wallets as far back as 2005. I was there. It was actually really before then. So you're telling me we were like 12 plus years late to the party and they still got on that list? Sheesh. Also, to my surprise, the iPhone Smart Battery Case did not make it on the top 100 list, which is really surprising to me because look how amazingly horrible that thing looks. All right, I'll stop because I know some of you get really worked up and mad because you can't handle when I make just like the smallest jokes about your beloved Apple. Hey, you got to deal with it. Just have some fun sometimes, all right? Okay, that's going to do it for now. Thanks again to Remotix for sponsoring this video, a low-latency remote desktop app that lets you connect to any of your desktops on any platform from anywhere. Make it comfortable to work from home with Remotix. And if you like what you see here, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my videos when they drop. And if you want more Apple goodness, check out my weekly Powerbeats XL audio podcast where we go for a deep dive into these stories and more with special guests. So thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody. Be safe, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.